honest. Y'all ain't even on my fucking level, to be honest. Some of y'all dancing with the devil, to be honest. Y'all ain't even supposed to be here, but since we all here, let me tell you what's real, to be honest. Y'all ain't even...
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Stephen, a.k.a. Sticky G Bird. And I'm chilling with my home dog, Clary OG.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing, Sneaky? You good?
Hey, man, I'm excited. I know a lot of you are like, wait a minute, it ain't Sunday. What y'all doing? And all I got to say is, see, what happened was we got a special guest for you tonight. Cowboy Hippie's not with us tonight. But we still have we got a guy that had faith in us in day one. And we slowly grew to what we are today. So without further ado, let me wait a little bit. Let me wait a little bit till he gets back on camera, and then we'll go ahead and introduce him. Okay, there we go. All right, without further, now you've seen him on Mad TV. I mean, easily one of the best comics. I mean, Showtime at the Apollo, Def Jams. Here we go. Aries Spears, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, sir? Oh, he can't hear us. Can you hear us now?
There he is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
What's going on, Aries?
Yeah,
welcome,
okay,
man.
there we
Welcome.
go.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, baby?
What's going on, my man?
Before we get started, Aries,
y'all on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Okay. So y'all on episode what now?
34.
We catching up to you, man. We catching up to you. We're trying to get to you.
Almost.
And if you guys look on the bottom of the screen, Aries Spears has his own podcast. Please DM him for his podcast. But hey, before we get started, two things. One,
Yes, sir.
I cannot. Let me ask you a question. Can you listen to any of your old episodes on the podcast? Like any of your old episodes? Can you listen to yourself?
It was hard for me to at first because I just get cringe. I get cringy. Like, oh my God, my voice. But you have to get past that because once you start listening to yourself, you're able to figure out what works, what doesn't, what you should have said, what you shouldn't have said, and you start to develop a rhythm for how to be better in terms of a broadcast situation.
Right. So when you last spoke with us, well, let me give some of our new viewers a little history. Okay.
I gotta say, your man right now, who looks like the Viking.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
You know what's crazy? Because from my screen, the way it's lined up, like I see him, but then from the waist down, it looked like that's his black bicep.
Hey.
On the football player.
Hey, you know how I'm built, Aries. That's how I'm built, baby. Yeah.
I see you.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't believe that. Don't believe that mess. Don't believe that mess. He's straight line to you.
Shit.
So just to give you guys a little backstory, I follow Aries on Instagram, and I think it's safe to say I was stalking you for about 5 years on Instagram, and I was listening to his podcast, and I got motivated for Truce, and also Make It Count, the Sneaky G podcast. And Aries said, well, once I brought up saying I was going to make a podcast, that he wanted to be the first guest. So he showed up episode 3, And then he said, "When you guys hit 30, hit me up." And here we are today. And again, for that, I want to thank you. I want to thank you.
All love, baby. I'm trying to figure out how to support when and where I can, so that the love is given back to me in a karma situation.
No. Let's keep it real, Aries. You're like, I need to shut this brother up. I need him to leave me the F alone.
Not at all, man. Not at all. Listen, man. Listen. Me and you like a lot of the same things. We like ham, and we like a lot of self-destructive foods. So
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm with
Yes.
it. I'm with it, dog.
I appreciate you on that. And also, you were talking about cringy. I cannot listen to that third episode from beginning to end. I was so starstruck.
You were starstruck. It was cool, man.
I did not want to say anything. I didn't want you to be like, "Oh hell no!" Click.
No. Listen, man.
Man.
Anybody that knows my personality, and as long as you fuck with me on Instagram, I try to be as humble and as real as I can. I'm a little bit tardy at times, and I got a lot of shit that I deal with in terms of my personal life, which is why I was late coming to this.
Right.
And plus, I'm working on a book with Karen Hunter, who is one of the top XM Sirius radio personalities in the game, and she's had 8 books that she's done with celebrities that ended up on the New York Times bestseller. So I'm just trying to figure out my own shit and get it all together at the same time.
Right. And congratulations on that book, by the way.
Hopefully, knock on wood.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully. Best of luck to you. So one of the things I do want to say is, I know when we last spoke, I had mentioned that you were. I had saw a clip. I want to say I saw a clip on YouTube saying that you were like watching hockey or trying to get into hockey, and I have not saw it again.
Wrong Negro.
He just
Yep.
makes shit up.
Yep.
He just makes shit up sometimes.
Well,
man.
I never would even try to get into hockey.
Yeah, and that's why I want to on the show apologize, because black people look alike. I'm just gonna say it, and no, I'm kidding. But no, I mean, but yeah. So I do apologize for bringing that up. But I'm glad you brought up Instagram, because on the way home from work, I saw your latest post.
Which one is that?
And that was the one where if you're on the wake up list, do you say amen?
Yes.
So obviously I was driving home and I was at a stoplight, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Ari getting a little spiritual." I was like, "Okay."
Not at all.
I know. And then I typed in amen. And then when I got to the next stoplight, he was like, "Nah, brother, read the caption, not the post." So I did, and yes, the people behind me honked, because I was reading the whole post. Now, so for me, I'll say this for me, and you list off some really good scenarios, some really good scenarios. Aries, not Aries. Clary, did you get a chance to read that by any chance?
I have it up right now.
Oh, okay. So read the whole caption for me, because I'm trying to pull it
Are you
up.
talking about the very latest one?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
The very. If you are thankful, that one. If you're thankful, your name was on the wake up list. Say amen.
Yep. Now read the caption.
It's amazing how wait, what the hell? I don't even know how to use fucking Instagram, bro.
Oh.
Hey, Aries, I am a Viking, bro. I like living in old times as well, man. By the way, I'm so bad with this shit, man.
I thought I saw you at the Capitol building.
Hey, you know what? Let's talk about it. Hey.
Well, hold on. Okay. Well, we can't. Yeah, we could get into that. There's actually. Yeah, let's go ahead. All right. Okay, real quick. I call myself I take advantage of opportunities, right? So I consider waking up an opportunity to take on the day. But granted, things do happen throughout the day. But then eventually, whatever happens throughout the day, yeah, you're not going to be on the wake up list. Okay, now the Capitol. Go ahead.
Hey, you know
Well,
that
I mean, but listen, before we get to the Capitol, to
Okay.
address what you first mentioned in the caption, I was basically saying, when you say be grateful for waking up on the wake up list, and I said
Right.
tell that to all the kids with terminal illness who
Right.
woke up but then
Right.
died. Tell that to the people who praised God in church but then got killed by Dylan Roof. Tell that to
Right.
the people who were on the plane on 9/11 that crashed into the buildings. The point being, as much as that said what it said, how about all the people that wake up not knowing they're about to die? And anybody
Right.
that's ever listened to my podcast knows I have an ongoing struggle with religion and its hypocrisy. So at the end of the day, I said, make that make sense to me. And so many people have responded, amen, 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 which
And then,
let
yeah.
me know that they didn't pay
Yeah.
attention to the caption.
Right.
So I was just trying to say, yes, that's a wonderful notion. Be thankful that you woke up. But if you're trying to sell me on you waking up is a sign from God that you're blessed, well, then what about the people that woke up to die?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that I get exactly. I have the same issues, man, because we always say a lot of people, will say that let's be thankful. Well, shit, man. I mean, what really are we thankful for sometimes? I mean,
Right.
I get exactly what
Right.
you're saying 100%, man, and that's a deep thought that people don't think about a lot as much. And you put it, and you're not afraid to say it. A lot of people are afraid to say that kind of stuff these days. Aries, that's what it comes down to. But
And listen, I'm not trying to be controversial for the sake of being controversial,
right,
or
Right.
piss people off. And again, anybody that's ever listened to my podcast and looking at some of my posts, I'm just trying to say, make this make sense to me, because I think
Right.
that there's so much hypocrisy and bullshit and religion. Not that I don't want to believe, because I do, but shit don't make sense.
You're right. It don't. Well, I mean, so I have I have an issue with the Bible, for me, and okay. So just so you know, I was baptized Greek Orthodox, but I don't practice Greek Orthodox. So I mainly say I have a relationship with God, more so than a religion. And one of my issues I have with the Bible is the entry about slavery. Every religious person, Mormon, Christian, I speak to, they change the wording from slave to servant, and I'm like, no, it's slave. How it doesn't prohibit slavery. In fact, it condones it, and that's something that I battle with on a daily basis that I just can't agree with. And that's just my 2 cents about the Bible, about slavery.
Listen, I'm not trying to change anybody's belief system.
Right.
I'm just trying to get people to ask questions. And the mere
Right.
fact that we live in an age where if you ask questions, you're condemned. You're an asshole. You're evil. And I don't buy into that, because that in and of itself is a hypocrisy. If
Right.
love and religion and God is what everybody says it is, then you should be able to welcome your fellow man's opinion, objections, and start a conversation without condemning them.
Agreed.
that's
Agreed.
exactly what I've been trying to do for freaking 40 years, Aries, and my following in my social media. What you just said, why is it? What's the problem with today's society is you're right. No one will listen to the other person's opinion anymore. It's gone away. You're either have this opinion or this opinion. You know what I mean? You can't you can't have a civil discussion with people as we used to. I mean, it's gone away, is what I'm saying. But you did bring up the capital Aries, and I know that, and I know that's a real weird scenario. But when you said that to me, it's funny because all kinds of people tell me that kind of shit, Aries. I get that a lot, man. When they look at me, and if my following, kind of, I kind of am opposite.
Well,
of
it's the beard.
I know. And I think that throws a lot of people off when they hear me speak about certain situations and when they hear me give my opinions. My opinions are probably a lot closer to yours, knowing I know you don't follow me, but I hear some stuff you say. So, and that throws people off as well, because you know what I'm saying?
Aries, actually, you said it best.
I mean, anytime you make any.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think there's a little delay. I do apologize, but I think you said it.
I don't know. I think our connection messed up because when I'm hearing you guys talk, it's going in and out and it sounds choppy. So our connection is a little bit crazy.
Gotcha. Yeah. I will say this. When you were on Vlad TV and you mentioned about the Jedi mind trick, I thought that was well said. That was well said.
Yes.
The difficulties are bad
and trust me, I've caught a lot of flack.
Yeah, it's going in and out really bad, Sneaky.
Yeah, I don't know what's and I mean I have a strong signal here.
I got one too, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
I got one too. I think we're okay if we all sit still.
Yeah, don't move a muscle. So I think who's Sonny Clary?
Yeah.
Who's this? Is this your sister?
That is a family member. That's my cousin.
Oh, it's because it says you can't have a discussion because nowadays people are trashing everyone who thinks opposites of them, and it's awful. I mean, that's and I think for me, I really hate the fact. So, Clary, when last week we talked about politics, about the Capitol for the first time in a while on the Truth podcast, and we had to start the conversation with we're not a Democrat or a Republican,
right?
And I think it's bad the fact that we got to lead in with that so we could get to our point, so we can have the whole audience listen to what we have to say.
No, I hear. I just don't know if Aries is speaking or not. I dude, it's such a bad. I feel so bad right now, man.
I
the connection. Did you hear what he had to say, Aries, about that, or?
I could hear you guys. But it's I did, but it's real choppy. It's like it's breaking up. But I heard what he said.
Okay, I'm going to try something real quick. Let's see this. Hold on. Let me. And then normally that kind of brings it back a little bit.
Is that better? Sorry for the.
I'm good on my end, I think.
Okay, we'll make it work.
What happened, Aries? We normally talk sports and a little bit of real life stuff going on, but the scenarios what happened last week. We went in depth and talked about the Capitol. I felt we needed to talk about it, and we had a lot of mixed reviews and a lot of upset people. And I had personally threats upon me. I got a pretty big following on other social media platforms. So if you ever want to check me out, Aries, check me out. But I actually expressed my opinions, and for the first time, I experienced death threats.
Maybe we should talk about sports so the government can stop fucking up our connection.
That's it, man. That is it, man.
That might be it right there.
They're on to us, man. Hey, but you know what? We didn't get a chance. I know we're limited time. I did want to ask you because I know you're a boxing fan. your all-time favorite, or hold on, let me rephrase that. Who do you think is the greatest GOAT? Who is the GOAT of boxing to you of all time?
On paper, Muhammad Ali, but in terms of my era, Mike Tyson, because I'm an '80s baby.
Yeah, by far, by far.
Did so where do you put Money Mayweather on the list? Do you he obviously has never lost. Do you put him up there as well,
I hate Mayweather. I hate him.
have you had a chance to
He's
meet
such
him?
a fucking show off. No, never. I just think he's a show off, and I don't. He's relatable to people, and I don't think he's humble. And I think in boxing that matters.
Now, being an 80s baby, talking about Tyson, my favorite boxer of all time, Aries, is Julio Cesar Chavez, is my favorite boxer of all time. The guy, to me, in that era, the guy fought the best and only the best. And you remember some of the wars he was in? I love the way some of those guys, the way he entered the ring and left the ring. You know what? Does Chavez ring a bell? Do you remember that cat?
Yeah, I do. I'm a fan of his as well. But again, I'm a bigger, and I think Chavez was a little bit before me, so I really couldn't follow him the way I wanted to.
Yeah, he and then I went on to Bernard Hopkins. I became a fan of Bernard Hopkins, his whole story, and then and the dude was legit, like how he started late, and the body shot to De La Hoya. The body shot heard around the world. Do you remember that body shot he landed on De La Hoya and just crippled him?
Yeah. I was actually at that fight.
Oh man.
I sat 4 rows from the ring.
That is one that I always will remember, that body shot, because growing up around the sport, everyone talked about working the body, and when you see someone actually hit it clean, kind of like Mikey Garcia did this past weekend or a couple weekends ago. I don't know if you saw that fight. We saw another clean body shot absolutely cripple his opponent. I don't know if you caught up with that one. I think it was 2 weeks ago, I believe, Mikey Garcia.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that.
It was another clean body shot, man.
Yeah, a lot of the fights that I watch are either. Yeah, a lot of the fights that I watch are either old fights from the 80s and the 90s, because just the division right now in the 2000s is just not that great to me.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Now, do you feel? I mean, Jamie Foxx, I believe is an outstanding actor. I mean, I love the way he did, where he played in Ray. I mean, do you think he can really pull off the Mike Tyson? I mean, I saw his impression of it, and I think I'm excited to see it. What are your thoughts on his on that autobiography of Mike Tyson that he'll be playing?
Well, Jamie right now seems to be able to do whether he can find the medium between a great Mike Tyson impression without seeming cartoonish is what will ultimately.
I remember listening to your podcast, and you guys were talking about the Sanford and Son, and how it was it Tracy? Tracy was going to be playing Red Fox. There was a movie that he was going to be playing Red Fox. Was that the?
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong. And on that episode, I heard your impression, and I want to ask you again: what movie did you say you performed that act, but unfortunately didn't make it to the scene? What movie was that?
It was why do Fools Fall in Love, which was the story of Frankie Lyman. teenage
Okay.
singer, and I played Red Fox in a quick scene, and the director Gregory Nava ended up cutting me down to nothing.
Now, when I heard the little piece that you gave, and no, I'm not going to ask you to do it. I thought you were dead on. Is that? I mean, and I guess for me, if you can educate me in the world of show business, like if someone like myself were to lobby for you to play a role, because there's so many people that plays. So many versions of act like Tracy will play that a different type of movie, and then Mike Epps was supposed to play Richard Pryor, right?
I can't hear.
Right.
Yeah, yes, for bed. Well, okay. I guess my question is, what can we do as a fan? Yeah, I'm really sorry about this connection.
What
I
can
am
you
so
do that?
sorry. Say again.
If your question is what can you do, if your question is what can you do as a fan to put me in that position, pray to God.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit.
Gotcha. Okay, so have like a lobbying or anything.
Yo, Aries, if you know a role or you have the inside connection to to a part needing a Viking, will you please holler at your boy Clary? If you find that role for me, the
Absolutely.
Viking
Matter of
role.
fact, I'm a holler at if you want to play if you want to play a Viking, let me call Trump.
You got that phone number or what?
Oh my God, that'd be.
I think. Hey, listen, fellas. I know this connection is horrible. So let's try to do this. Let's figure this out again on a different day when we can get this right. And I'll be glad to be on with you guys for an hour.
Right
I
on.
appreciate that.
But I'm catching
Yeah,
every other word you say, and it's real bad.
yeah, it's getting worse on our end too. That sounds great. That sounds great, Aries. Thank you.
Thanks.
So
If you can hear this, Aries, thank you, man. I hope to see you
Yeah.
again soon, but thank you.
we'll tell the government to stop messing with our connection. That's what we'll do.
Absolutely, and I'm sorry that, and I'm sorry the connection is so bad. But
Yeah.
I really could barely hear you guys. But hey, listen, Stefan, let's figure out a different day and a time, and we'll get this. I'm with you. I'm with you to the end.
Man, yeah, I appreciate you, Aries. And I still owe you gumbo. Don't think I forgot.
Oh, trust me, nigga, I didn't.
Hey, and just so you know, last time you was on, we went from 3 to 5 people now total.
Yeah, let them know. Holler at your boy.
Yeah, we went from 3 to 5. What?
I'm glad I could make that much of a difference.
All right, we'll talk to you again, Aries. Thank you so
Aries.
much. Thank you so much for your
Hey,
time, man.
I appreciate I appreciate y'all, no doubt. I appreciate y'all, and we'll figure this out.
Right
Yes,
on.
sir. All right, well, I'll let you go. Thank you, sir. Oh man.
Well, that was brutal.
When I find AT&T, I'm gonna choke them.
Hey, you were good on my end. It was only him.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, and there was a couple of people saying that we were lagging, and
Man, you know what, man? I want him to keep roasting me. I want to fire, dude, because I'm gonna give him some back, dude, and that's why I want it,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
I hear that a lot, dude. I hear that a lot, man. And it's funny, man. Remember I told you that. I told you that.
You did. You did.
Um,
But and just to let everybody know that's still watching, I mean, this was like a spare of the moment type deal. We've been planning this for a little bit. And then at the last moment we were able to get him on, and man, he's such an awesome dude.
Yeah, if you're still in here, man, you
Oh,
join us.
man.
We threw us together real quick. He gave Sneaky a call, and he said he can do it. He's a busy dude,
Yeah.
and
As he was
so we
saying a few
kind of
minutes
threw
ago,
this.
yeah.
We threw this together last minute. So hopefully we get him up and running, and we do this again in a couple of weeks. I would love to have Aries back on. He has supported us with this podcast.
Oh,
As we
man.
supported him, and it's cool to have people like that swing through and show their support and love, man. And you know, you guys need to go give his podcast a listen. He speaks facts. He speaks truth. He makes you think. A lot of
Yeah.
stuff he says, he makes you think. And so I feel like I connect to him because we both talk a lot of shit,
Yeah.
but we feel confident in what we're saying. You know what I mean? You know, even if I'm wrong sometimes, I kind of make you think, even if I know I'm wrong. And I kind of feel like he speaks to me like that when I listen to him talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
When we have good connection.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. No, I really wanted to discuss. I know he's a big boxing fan. I wanted to get into boxing. I didn't really want to speak much politics, but since he brought it up, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Okay, well, let's go, baby. But because I know he's not afraid to say what's on his mind. He's never been afraid.
Oh no. And you know, that's the one thing that and I want to ask him about that too. Because he was controversial before Dave Chappelle. I mean, he
Right.
was, and I want to say maybe about the same time him and Chris Rock were about the same. And I could be wrong about that. And I wonder, people look at Dave Chappelle as more controversial than Aries Spears. And even though I do agree that Dave Chappelle is a top comedian,
Right.
one of my favorites, but
Right.
I also believe in Aries Spears is a top comedian, and one of my favorites as well. So I just want to ask him that question, because he was controversial before controversial was cool,
Right. I mean, absolutely, he was.
and I mean, if it pays, then he should be getting that bag as well.
Well, you know what I like about him? One thing you can say about Aries, man, he's never changed. He's always been Aries,
Yes,
and depending on the subject matter, he's always stood by what he has said. And you see some celebrities take a step back sometimes. Aries will still be there in your face.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not afraid. He
yeah.
won't back down. And that's what I respect about the dude. And I wanted Tim to keep calling me out, man. The Viking. Why do I portray that?
Well, remember he what was that show?
Sons of Anarchy.
Yes. First he called you out on that. and if anything, if Aries Spears was probably going to say anything about me, it would be like, the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters.
No, I really, yeah, we did throw this together pretty quick, guys. We when you get a chance like that, when you get a chance to interview someone like that, you kind of do what you got to do, man. And that's why I think I'm going to throw the connection on his end, man, because you know what? He's out in LA. Okay. He's probably has 40,000 different signals going through in Los Angeles, bro. And so I'm going to throw it on Aries. Okay. I'm just going to throw it out there, man. And he smoked 3 fucking cigarettes, dude, in 5 minutes.
You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. And those that are watching, what was it? I want to say it was May of 2009. I stopped smoking. I didn't say I quit. I stopped because nobody likes a quitter. And so when we first started talking, and did you notice he smoked that cigarette just like a movie star, just like an actor? Did you see? He was like, I
was gonna give a shit about that, man. If we had a damn good connection,
I was like, man, you better email me a cigarette right now.
No, he's really, you know what? Like even with us, when I mean the man stands by what he says, he said start a podcast, he'll show up. He said get to 30 episodes, he'll show up. That's what I mean. He's a man of integrity, dude. For someone to just, I mean, who are we for him to keep coming back? I mean that's an honor for us, man. As well.
And it says a lot about him too.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot
So
about the dude.
so that means I got to make some gumbo too when he comes by.
Hey, you're making gumbo. You're inviting me next time, bro.
Oh, deal. Oh, hell yeah.
The hell, I'm trying to invite you over for fried tacos and shit, man. And you don't even invite me over for some freaking
Hey,
gumbo.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, look. You better have a porta potty when you make some tacos because, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my own. I got some toilet paper I could bring. It got a star on it too.
Hey, we got a convenience store down the street, baby. Okay, we got a convenience store down the street. Hey, listen. I know we're gonna pop up soon, so you can get on your other stuff going. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you real quick. I mean, let me ask you one football question before we get off.
Okay.
The firing of Doug Peterson, in your opinion, fair, right, or unjust? Let me know, and I'm gonna speak real quick after you speak, or you want me to speak first?
Go ahead.
Okay. So for me,
I'll put the mic down.
this is it for me. You're the city of Philadelphia. It's been 3 years. You have a statue of a quarterback that's no longer there. You have a statue of a coach that you just fired after 3 years of 3 years after the Super Bowl. My question is, and not really my question. I was asking you that question. As an owner, I give kudos to that owner, bro. I really do. And he's not afraid, bro. He's like, you know what? I don't know if that had anything to do with the Carson thing, which I think it did, but he said, we're not winning, bro. Thank you for that Super Bowl 3 years ago, man. But I want to win. I gave you the best quarterback, the next great thing, and you didn't do shit with them. So to me, I'm okay with it. I give kudos to the owner. That's what I feel about it.
Well, fair. I think it's fair. Now, it's sad though, because if you think about it, if you want to time travel back to like 1980, because think about it, this time last year, the Eagles were in the playoffs.
Right.
They won their division.
Right.
So they're only 1 year. I mean, 1 year removed of being in the playoffs.
Right.
And now Doug Peterson is out of a job. Now, for me, I look at it as something different. I mean, I look at it as fair, but I think because of his decision of losing that game, either purposely or not, whatever people want to call it, I say it's purposely. I think he lost the team. I truly believe he lost the team.
Yeah.
Now, I know Philly sports guys going to hate me saying this, but I believe that, I mean, there was reports that he was holding back. I mean, there was players charging after him. And, you know, you have you have Jalen Hurts on the sideline saying this ain't right. So, and everybody says, oh, you don't know what the conversation is. You tell me a conversation that you and I will have when I say this ain't right. That's not a positive or a motivating conversation. Unless you tell me you ate the last crystal, you know, those little crystal burgers that they have, or no, it's White Castles out in Philly.
Right.
And you're like, nah, bro. He's like, man, I can't wait to get back to the house. I get to eat my crystals. And he's like, nah, bro, I ate the last one. Then I can see why he'd be like, that ain't right. You know, then I understand that. But, you know, to have any kind of conversation and to end it with this ain't right, what other things can you be talking about?
Yeah, it's I don't even know if I'm happy about it, man, because I kind of like the situation they were in as a Cowboys fan. So, you know, I think that becomes a more attractive job than the Chargers job, man. Immediate to me, I do, because you have two quarterbacks now. I kind of think they want to stay with Carson. That's why I think he's fired. I think the Eagles owner wants to stay with Carson. I really do. Do you not? It's such a weird predicament they're in, man. But I really think something's to deal with Carson. It has something, and I can't quite figure it out.
Right.
But I think the owner likes Carson. And I think that has a little bit to do with it. Now we'll see here in a couple months, obviously, or what's going forward, but that's my opinion, man. And I know you got a lot going on tonight, Sneaky. We threw this up real quick. So, but I want to say thanks for again for letting me know that Aries reached out to us and for doing this quick show. Hopefully we can get him on again and without the bad connection. And I want to say it's a pleasure seeing you during the week. You still sexy as hell as you are on Sunday night too, man.
Tell me something I already don't know,
I
baby.
know, baby. Holla at your boy. Let him know, baby. Let him know. Now, so guys, thanks for anyone that swung through on this, on this abrupt show we threw together real quick. Thank you for swinging by. Sneaky has to go do 14,000 TikTok videos and 4 more podcasts right now, and I gotta go play video games. So
you go do that.
Hey guys, I don't know if you want to do an outro. I'll just talk right now. Hey guys, thanks again for swinging through. I love you guys. Thanks for the opportunity. I love all the support, and as always, make somebody smile, guys.
Hey guys, I'll be seeing y'all in about 5 minutes. No. 8 o'clock. Go to the bathroom. Go get something to eat, and you guys will see me at 8 o'clock on Make It Count Sneak and Cheat. But as always, yes, speaking for Clary and myself and Cowboy Hippie, we love y'all. Just make somebody smile, make an impact in their life, and let's go Giants! Oh!
I'ma keep it 100, you heard me? Look, to be honest, y'all ain't even on my fucking level, to be honest. Some of y'all